Hello, gorgeous souls. Welcome back to Spiritual Self Mastery. Today, let's talk about, I guess, a little downside. It happens as, I guess it's kind of like one of the red pills that, one of the realizations that you get after working on yourself, you know, on and on again. You start to notice things around. And, there's some kind of sad truths, but, it's just something for you to be more prepared. Okay, so the more you work on yourself, the more you improve, you're going to get more attacks. Okay, the more authentic you are, the more in tune with your true authentic self you become. You're going to start to, not even willingly, you're going to start to trigger people around you. You're going to start to get attacks or people that don't really like you out of nowhere and you haven't done anything wrong to them. It's just that people always project their inner state outside. So what happens is that the more and more and more you work on yourself, the more you're going to trigger people around you, because it's going to, just your mere presence in a room or around is going to trigger some deep insecurities in other people. Is going to trigger things that they're like subconsciously, right? Really deep down the subconscious, not even consciously, okay? They're going to start to hate you out of no reason. Okay, and that's okay. Okay, that's just their own internal struggle to deal with. Okay, so I just want you guys to be more prepared that the more you work on yourself, the more you improve, the more attacks you're going to get. But guess what? You're going to get stronger in the process too. You're just going to get stronger. You're going to get more attacks, but it's not going to affect you as much, because guess what? You're going to get stronger, more confident, and you're going to understand more how it actually works. And that, it's not you that's actually doing something wrong. It's just that it triggers people around you. Because deep down, some people, okay, wish that they would have this authenticity, or wish that they would have, or that they would have the courage to say some things that you may be saying. And that you saying it actually gives them a constant reminder that they're not doing it. So unconsciously, they hate you because of what you're exposing. The more authentic you are, the more light you expose around you. The more light you expose around you, guess what? Is going to expose everyone's shadows. Especially when you decide to expose your own shadows, that you're not afraid of your own shadows, right? You're showing all of your colors. Okay? No fakeness, no nothing, right? All of the colors of yourself. Always trying to improve, of course, but if you try to show all of your colors, truly being authentic, not really caring what other people think, going in it for it anyways, regardless of what people think. Of course, people around you are going to start to like you less because they used to like that old person or that old version of you, and they subconsciously don't want you to change because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But I want you to be more bold, to be more authentic, to work more on being just yourself. Of course, be mindful of what you're saying, but like, if you gotta have, if you have something to say it, right? Never keep anything inside. You don't want these unconscious or even just energy blockages in general blocking you, blocking your own growth. Okay, it's very important. So be authentic, be true to yourself, and do not be scared. Okay, and just be mindful that you're gonna receive some attacks from people, and you haven't done anything wrong. You're just being yourself. Okay, so be confident, and whatever happens, whatever people you know, may attack you. If they attack you, you're probably on the right path. You know why? Because you're going places and people don't want you to progress. And the more you progress, it's either going to do one of two things. Okay? It's either going to inspire people around you, or it's going to expose other people, and is going to, that inspiration is going to either trigger them unconsciously, or it's going to inspire them. It's one of the two, right? It depends on if the person is willing to take in a new perspective and at least integrate it in their own meaning, of course, right? In their own meaning, in their own life. So you take any piece of the puzzle of whatever information you get around, and then you see if some of that piece of puzzle fits into your own piece of the puzzle, right? And then you take in and you brush off some off too, right? You take what resonates with your soul for your own growth. Okay, so never be afraid of stepping in the unknown, and you may get some attacks. Some people might not necessarily like what you're doing, and that's completely fine. Okay, so be calm, be confident, and keep on going. Keep on going. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Authenticity, that's where all the treasures are at. Seriously. Okay, and never be afraid. Never be afraid, because being afraid is connected to fear, and fear stunts growth. You don't want that. You want to continue growing. I want you to keep on growing, okay? I want you to keep on growing. So I'm trying to give you all the best tools from what I've experienced personally. I've experienced so many different attacks now. The more confident I get, the more I do things, I get the more attacks. But guess what? I get stronger, and they don't affect me as much. You know why? Shields are getting stronger. You know, blocking negative energies. And, you know, it's just part of growth. So, and when I say attacks, I mean spiritual attacks. They're very subtle, okay? They're basically just actions or words with the only intent to actually bring you down. Or, just plainly ignoring someone, knowing or trying to hurt that person's feelings. Do not let them discourage you, because guess what? They're actually secret admirers, my friends. They just don't know how to react when their subconscious actually brings up uncomfortable feelings. They just don't know how to react to their subconscious basically bringing up insecurities, and it actually fools them into thinking that you are the reason why they feel bad in your presence. But in reality, it's just a reflection of themselves. Same thing applies to me or to anyone else that gets triggered in that present moment. It's always a reflection of our inner state of being in that specific moment. It's just some inner healing that we actually have to do within ourselves. Even though the ego absolutely wants to scream and scream and scream and point fingers at the external, right? And it just loves to point fingers at the external. And we're all guilty of doing this, okay? We're all guilty of doing this. And why do you think the ego likes to point fingers? Because it loves to stay stuck in survival mode, because that's what the ego does. It's made there for your survival. That's why it likes to point fingers, always trying to analyze and scan everything to try to keep you safe, right? But sometimes it may be detrimental to us and actually fool us into pointing fingers at an enemy when it's just actually an inner reflection, because we're all from the same energy anyways. Never let anybody or anything on the external to affect you emotionally inside, even though it's not always easy. You know, if somebody attacks you, gives you a spiritual attack, or tries to make you feel bad or whatever, always remember that it's never personal. Okay, it's always a reflection of what's inside of them that specific day. Maybe the person is just having a bad day, right? The person, it's not necessarily you. You gotta understand this. It's very important. And if somebody hates on you, out of nowhere or whatever, just don't put any energy onto it. Don't feed the hate. Don't feed the hate. Ignore it or do something else, or, change subject. Don't feed into the hate. It's useless. It doesn't bring anybody anywhere. It only makes us fighting each other, and we're actually losing our energy when we could actually all work together. Just think about it. If all humans here on Earth would stop fighting each other and actually work together like ants, we could build like a big, human, quote unquote, human colony, and we could build like the most amazing things that we probably, we could probably recreate things like the pyramids, and find some other discoveries, and find some sort of power that we kind of lost throughout time because of the division mindset. So anyways, yeah, if somebody hates on you, either ignore it or just take it as a compliment. Seriously, take it as a compliment. The person actually is a secret admirer of yours. The person actually loves you on the deepest level, but keeps lying to it. That person keeps lying to him or herself into thinking it hates you, but it actually loves you. Anyways, my friends, much love and light to all of you. And I just sending some good positivity your way. I hope you guys are having a great day. And yeah, you're stronger than you think. Okay? Don't let external circumstances affect your inner state of being, because you're powerful and you are divine in nature. Always remember, you are loved, my friends. Peace. And remember, we can only level up from this point on. Let's level up! Woo, 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 woo! Much love.